This world is not what it seems. Something had already found its way into it. And it changed everything. This is not just a story. This is the truth behind it. And that truth is far from over. This world runs on life itself. Beneath the planet flows a current. The memories of all life. The Lifestream. Life is born from it. And when it ends, it returns to it. It was meant to be an eternal cycle. But now, that light is being consumed by human hands. Today, we unravel the world of Final Fantasy VII. The Lifestream. It is the flow of life that runs through this planet. But it is not just energy. It is the memories and consciousness of every life that has ever existed on this world. All of it flows together as one. Life is born from this flow. And when its role is complete, it returns to it. Here, the concept of an ending does not exist. Life and death are not separate. They are part of a single, continuous cycle. This flow was meant to continue without interruption. For eternity. But this flow is already being used by human hands. Shinra Company. This massive corporation draws up the Lifestream, which lies deep within the planet, and brings it to the surface. That is what we call Mako energy. The memories of life itself are directly converted into energy. The electricity that powers the cities, the weapons, the industries. All of the world's development is built on this power. At first glance, it may seem like nothing more than a convenient source of energy. A light that illuminates the night and enriches everyday life. But it also means that the planet's very life is being consumed. What was once meant to flow in an eternal cycle is now being taken one-sidedly. This world runs on life itself as fuel. But not everyone accepts this reality. Avalanche. They are a resistance group fighting against Shinra. They know that this world's prosperity has been built on the slow destruction of the planet's life. That is why they fight. To protect the planet. That method was destruction. The bombing of a Mako reactor. A radical act meant to shut down the city itself. But can it truly be called justice? To save the planet, they destroy people's lives. To protect the future, they sacrifice the present. Avalanche's fight is not a clean kind of justice. And yet, they do not stop. Because they know, if nothing is done, the planet itself will quietly die. But that does not necessarily make it justice. Shinra Company. They supply power to the city, maintain its infrastructure, energy, military, economy. Every function of this world is under their control. This vast civilization exists because of the Mako energy they provide. If Shinra were to stop, power would fail, transportation would collapse, and the city itself would cease to function. The lives people have built over time would become unsustainable in a matter of moments. For them, Mako is not exploitation. It is a resource necessary to sustain civilization. A practical choice to keep this world alive. And the ones who enforce that system through force are the soldiers. Soldiers are combatants created through Mako enhancement and the implantation of Jenova cells. They possess physical strength, reaction speed, and combat ability far beyond that of ordinary soldiers. With this overwhelming power, Shinra suppresses rebellion and maintains order. But can that power truly be called an extension of humanity? By absorbing the Lifestream, the very life of the planet, it forcibly alters both body and mind. This is not enhancement. It is an irreversible transformation. Is this power meant to protect? Or has it already become an uncontrollable distortion? Jenova cells are derived from an extraterrestrial life form, one that did not originally exist on this planet. Approximately 2,000 years ago, Jenova is believed to have fallen to this world from the sky. It was not a life form in the conventional sense, but rather an entity with the ability to infiltrate other forms of life and exert influence over them. Jenova's defining traits are mimicry and assimilation. It can read and replicate the cellular structure, memories, even the personality of its host. In other words, Jenova is capable of perfectly impersonating others. What makes it even more dangerous is that its influence is not limited to the body. Jenova cells can interfere with the host's mind, memory distortion, personality alteration, and even the rewriting of one's will. This is not enhancement. It is a transformation that comes at the cost of the self. However, as a consequence, the subjects are forced to live with constant risk, mental instability, loss of identity, and an increased susceptibility to external influence. In other words, they are not beings that are fully under control. And among them, there was one who absorbed this power more completely than anyone else. That was Sephiroth. Shinra, Avalanche, and Sephiroth. Their ideals and ambitions collide over the very life of the planet. Caught in the middle of it all, a lone mercenary, Cloud Strife, he will be forced to confront his own memories and the shadow lurking deep within them. Who will save the planet? And where does justice truly lie? Next, Sephiroth. On this channel, we explore the complex truths hidden behind games and stories.